but the government fears some are not following the rules, and tonight have announced new measures to slow the spread of the virus.
Enforced today and going forward to make sure that people are practicing that safe distance.
Well, Queensland's controversial Wellcamp quarantine facility is closing, having cost taxpayers $220.
Well, in New York City, nearly 2,000 school staffers are out of a job for not complying with the COVID vaccine mandate.
New York City tonight,
According
the
to
original
New York Post, the
epicenter,
Department of Education
suddenly
is
making
driving
a call to close public schools, turning to remote.
One of the people they did lie about is Stanford doctor Jay Bhattacharya, professor, Stanford School of Medicine, that Twitter blacklisted from their trends list.
I joined Twitter about a year ago, mainly to share scientific data, school openings, the harms to children from lockdown. And
you might remember Twitter's public push to fight COVID misinformation early last year, when tweets with misleading information about COVID were labeled or removed. And those who repeat...
Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey speaking out about problems at Twitter when he was the CEO, and now
this new change seems to be part of Elon Musk's greater push for what he calls free speech on the platform.
Twitter sphere, as it is, has really gone berserk lately. It's got to become almost a cesspool of misinformation.
Dr. Anthony Fauci responding tonight to Elon Musk after Musk tweeted, and I quote, "My pronouns are prosecute Fauci."
You're really attacking not only Dr. Anthony Fauci, you're attacking science. Science and the truth are being attacked.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and Elon Musk just tweeted out what some of us were suspecting was coming, and it looks like we are about to get a treasure trove of potential communications between Dr. Anthony Fauci and Twitter, perhaps about specific bans, perhaps in relation to some brand new Twitter files that were dropped, not by Barry Weiss, but by another independent reporter that we're going to get into right now. Hey, I appreciate everyone's support. I appreciate you all leaving likes on the video. And I greatly appreciate all my new and existing subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do leave a link. Click the button in the description below. If you haven't yet, I just uploaded a behind the scenes video to my locals page. Obviously, it's free to watch. It's not paywalled, but I try to upload like little special tidbits to my locals. It's thequartering.locals.com. I'll leave it pinned in the comment below. If you haven't yet, please do follow me over there. It's how you get all the best notifications about like what's going on with live streams. You'll actually get notified when I go live. I get to go work around the stupid YouTube notification system. It takes a second, so please do follow me there. Now, interestingly, Elon Musk tweeted this a few days ago. Obviously, my pronouns are prosecute Fauci, and I suggested that at that time, perhaps he had seen something. He had seen some stuff, and at the same day, Hodge twins replied, "Let me guess, you found messages between Twitter executives and our government, Fauci and team, pushing for censorship of anyone that didn't go along with the narrative on the coup." And then today at 5 a.m., Elon Musk replied with affirmative. This is huge. Another clear violation of our First Amendment rights. And there's even more. I don't understand why people keep like too many people. This is why I'm so happy that you're sharing these videos out there. I see them. I see you sharing them on Facebook. I see you sharing them on Twitter and on Getter and True Social, stuff like that. People keep trying. People keep trying to act like this is a nothing burger. This would be, and we'll potentially find out later today, and if we get the drop around 5 o'clock, I'll go live, yet another. You see this here. The uncovered stuff in the Twitter whistleblower report is much crazier than anything in the Twitter files, but it's much less politically, tribally salient, so it got no attention. Going to do a thread on some of the craziest things in no particular order. Twitter didn't monitor employee computers at all. It was not uncommon for employees to install spyware on work devices. Elon replies just a few hours ago, wow. Then, brand new Twitter files here. America First Legal. I believe they're the ones, they've got like a class action or something. I've run into them before. Breaking. Following the Twitter files, AFL that's America First Legal, has obtained new documents uncovering a secret Twitter portal U.S. government officials use to censor dissenting COOF views and violate the First Amendment. Follow along for the disturbing findings from the 500-page release. Now, we knew about this like DHS, portal at the time, but apparently Elon either didn't or hadn't commented on it. I think the timing of these comments, this comment coming just a few hours after confirming that there would be some spice coming out on the old Fauchster. If you look at the thread, the actual thread, extremely concerning. Let's see. In August of 2021, the head of Google's News Lab for the Asia Pacific region, emailed CDC strategists to invite her to APAC's Trusted Media Summit. Their Polk confidence strategist then emailed the event planner for Google's APAC Trusted Media Summit, noting her excitement over being invited to what she referred to as the coolest misinformation fighting speakeasy. The same CDC employee was then invited to the summit to give a keynote addressing how the CDC was working with the WHO and other international organizations to address a so-called infodemic and using social inoculation to mitigate it, censorship. On May 10th, a Twitter employee recommended to a CDC official to enroll in Twitter's partner support portal, which he described as the best way to get a spreadsheet like this reviewed. Meaning, again, a direct pipeline for government agencies to infringe on its citizens' First Amendment rights. Now, I know I have viewers all over the world, but in the United States particularly, this is a major crime. Also, again, I suspect we're going to get the COOF files later today. Facebook brags in a slide deck, quote, we remove claims about the existence or severity of the COOF, including claims that it's no more dangerous than this or that. Facebook uses incredibly vague and nebulous standards to judge information. In its, quote, widely debunked poke hoaxes section, Facebook claims that any kind of natural immunity is safer than the poke, despite knowledge that the poke did not prevent transmission, and which we now know, according to them, according to this tweet, I'm not saying it, more people who are poked are passing than unpoked. That may be some recent data. I doubt that was the case at the time. In the beginning, I mean. Facebook boasts of removing over 16 million posts on Facebook and Instagram, including 2 million between February and May. And then they talk about their lawsuit. And then Elon comes in, extremely concerning. And now you have Fauci kind of striking back, right? Fauci responds to Elon, Twitter is a cesspool of misinformation. Again, this is the misinformation TM, right? We don't really know what in the HE double hockey sticks they're talking about. Are you referring to something specific that's circulating around Twitter that is incorrect? Or are you referring to people's opinions, which they're allowed to have in this country? We saw this with, I believe it was Elton John, when Elton John quit Twitter last week, and he was like, misinformation, right? Elon responded directly to him and said, what misinformation? Of course, he didn't reply. President Biden's chief medical advisor, NIH loser Anthony Fauci, brushed aside criticism from Elon Musk, the new owner of Twitter, who has drawn widespread criticism with comments on policies on the platform. I don't pay attention to that, Fauci said during an appearance on MSNBC. When asked about Musk, I mean, yeah, he has a big megaphone, but I mean, like, the Twitter sphere has really gone berserk lately. I thought you said you weren't paying attention to that. It's kind of become a cesspool of misinformation, but I thought you weren't paying attention. Musk on Sunday in a tweet called to prosecute Fauci, who has emerged as a target of right-wing outrage during the COOF lockdowns and whom congressional Republicans have teased an investigation of. He absolutely should be investigated. I mean, is anybody really disagreeing with that? I think it's in the best interest of the American people that we look back and we say, you know, were the right decisions made? Was Anthony Fauci making the recommendations that were best? Was he being persuaded by Big Pharma? I'm not saying he was. I'm just saying, why can't we ask that question? This guy had control over the entire country. Locked down businesses, destroyed lives, made people, you know, die alone. Of course, the White House offends him. Musk's attacks on Fauci are disgusting. Well, maybe it would seem that maybe there's something going on. You found messages, again, I want to remind you, Hodge twins, let me guess. You found messages between Twitter executives and our government, Fauci and team, pushing for censorship of anyone who did not go along with their narrative on the COOF. Now, what we need to know is, you know, I would be willing to bet a large sum of money that it was not Anthony Fauci writing these emails. I think that we all know that we're not going to get that juicy stuff. But was it Congress people? Was it our president? Who was it exactly telling Twitter? Were they targeting specific tweets or users? Because we had obviously Dr. Robert Malone, for example, ban off the platform, even though he has a wealth of knowledge. And did that come down from the Biden administration? You know, and I think we saw those particular receipts when it came to Trump, where we had the FBI, you know, directly saying, well, what about these tweets? We had Arizona, was it Secretary of State, pointing out individual users saying, what about these tweets? And Twitter silencing them, blocking them, banning them from the platform. Are there similar examples about people who are talking about the COOF, doctors who are talking about the COOF? I'd be willing to bet that there is. And again, we'll find out in today's Twitter files, I assume, but that would be yet another bombshell. All this ammunition that's being garnered is going to make a change. I am certain of it. Time for Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Me, the 14th. The 14th. Wait, did I already open the 14th? No, there it is. Okay. Please don't be another stupid accessory for my Christmas tree. Oh, yay. Okay, an actual Pokemon that I know. Clefairy, is that right? There you go. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section down below. Whoa, it's flipping the bird. Well, that's not very family friendly. If you're still here, make sure you head on over to thequartering.locals.com and give it a follow. That way you'll actually get notified when I live stream. That's the only notifications I tend to send out. And also I do behind the scenes videos here. I post it to here and my Subscribe Star. But again, it's not paywalled, so you can enjoy it. I extremely rarely do anything paywalled. I just am more concerned with being able to contact you all. See you real soon.